Hi everyone, it's Jeff here from Avada. In this video I will take a look at how to use the Avada Nested Columns element. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to be notified of all new content. Okay, let's begin. The Nested Columns element basically allows you to add columns inside columns. This is very useful for when you want to further break up your layout inside a column. I'm on the Avada School Prebuilt and the alternate homepage, which is using many nested columns. But here I will just scroll down to the School Features section to have a look at a specific one. In this section there is a 55% column, but inside that the designer wanted the checklist element to be in 2 columns. Enter the nested column element. When adding a new element, you will see at the top of the dialog the design elements, the library elements and the nested columns. Under the Nested Columns tab, you will see the usual range of column layouts, but these will be added as an element inside the column you're already in. I'll just add 2 columns so you can see what an empty nested column element looks like. As you can see, there are now 2 half columns inside our column and 2 add element icons, 1 for each column. Now it's simply a matter of adding the elements you want to each side. Let's just close and delete this now and edit the existing element to see how it's been put together. Let's just start in the navigator, and we can see the nested columns element inside the 55% column here. When you edit a nested column element, you can edit any of the columns inside it, or of course any of the elements added to those columns. When you edit the holding element itself, it opens to the nested columns row settings. This is new in Avada 7.14 and up, and we will have a look at that a bit later. You can edit the columns inside a nested column element in the very same way you edit any column, including having the ability to add background colors or images and control margins and padding, etc. All the tabs and options here are the same as the column element, including the background and filter options. So for a full rundown on what you can do with the actual column options inside nested columns, please see the How to Use the Column Element video linked below. When you're finished editing the nested columns and their content, there is a Finish tick box along the bottom where you close the element and return to normal page editing. Just remember to close it, as you can't edit other content on the page while it's open. Nested columns are incredibly useful for full control of a design. If we just look at the home page of the online school Prebuilt, we can see multiple examples of nested columns just on this page. There are the buttons in the Hero section, these numbers in the Study Features section, all 4 of these columns in the School Academics section, as well as these images and the right-hand column in the Personalized Study section. Likewise, if we look at the Recruitment Agency Prebuilt homepage, there are again some buttons in a nested column in the Hero section. There's some nested columns in the Recruitment Sectors section, one in the About Agency section, a whole bunch in the Recruitment Services section, and finally one in the Client Reviews section. So they are very common, and that is because of the flexibility they provide when designing. This one, for example, has 2 internal columns with an image in the first one and a title, icon and postcards element in the second, pulling testimonials. There are many reasons and ways to use nested columns, and it's probably easiest to let the situation guide you rather than trying to understand every single way they can be used. For example, with the Recruitment Sectors section, the only reason they were used here was to create a separate column so that a Translate X value could be applied to just the icon. If you're having trouble trying to do something with a layout, have a look if nested columns can help you. Okay, let's come back to the top of the Recruitment Prebuilt and edit the nested columns element with the buttons here to see what you can do with the nested columns settings. These allow you to have control over the row settings of the nested columns, so you can flex align them in exactly the same way that the container has them for normal columns. If you just accept default values for the flex options here, it means they will inherit from the parent container. So this nested column is a single column set to row with 2 button elements added. There is left and right padding added to the column, and the first button has some right and bottom margin. It's perfect for the situation, but let's look at another example. If I just add a nested column element that I've saved to the library, we can see that there are now 2 columns within this nested column, and both have been set to auto width. In this way, you could edit the row settings and adjust the column justification to position your buttons using the flex settings. And if I set a row minimum height, let's say 15 VH, I could use the column alignment in a similar way. And if I just close and delete this and add another nested column element from the library, this time with multiple buttons so that there is more than one row, we can use the column row alignment as well. So a very powerful set of row settings if you need them. For more info on Flex settings, see the Introducing Flexbox for Containers and Columns video linked below. Okay, that's the mighty Nested Columns element, a powerful element for advanced layouts. Keep an eye out for them in Avada Studio content and in the Prebuilts. As mentioned above, there are innumerable ways to use them. So if you find your design stuck with normal columns, remember to see if nested columns can help you out. Okay, that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all the latest videos. And if you have any questions or need assistance, please create a support ticket and our team will gladly assist you. As always, we want to thank you for choosing Avada.